Alright, as promised. I just wanted to cover this one because, first and foremost, video games are video games. Is video games art? Well, it depends on, I guess, the critic or reviewer, or I think they're art, but maybe the next person would say it's not art. But anyway, I think we all have forgotten, and just from video game events and over the years, that, video games is supposed to be, first and foremost, video games, digital. I mean, I remember I defined it in one video, so I'm gonna do it again for the new subscriber, and also I just kind of want to put a definition of what it is. Okay, so according to Oxford Language of Dictionary, I guess this is a callback because I did a video of this before. A video game is a game played by electronically manipulating images produced by a computer program on a television screen. I guess this is a television screen, or other display screen. You don't say! That's kind of the whole functionality of a video game. It's not supposed to be art to a degree. Well, it can be art, but it doesn't have to be. And also, video games is not meant to be exploited for like commercial or to make money. It is technically, but yeah, I think that's the whole point. It is computer programming that's supposed to be on a display screen or a television screen. That is the entire functionality of this. So I do appreciate the Future Game Show just kind of like focusing on computer programming, because that is the fundamental essential component of a video game when you really think about it. Alright, well, just kind of wanted to address that again because, I think over the years, video game has forgotten what is a video game. That's literally the definition of a video game. Alright, well, I might as well read this because I absolutely wanted to cover this, just like last time. So, I'm gonna just turn the controller off because I just kind of wanted to operate this. Sauce. So, the following program is intended for mature audiences. Tongue tied, right? This presentation contains flashing images which may trigger seizures in individuals with epilepsy. Viewer discretion is advised because this is rate pending to mature 17. So, if your little kid is with you in the room while you're watching this live stream, this is not the live stream to actually, watch this because of the mature. And if there are flash images that actually can, if your individual, significant other, or anybody who has epilepsy, or just, seizures, then no, you probably absolutely shouldn't watch that. That would be irresponsible of you. I'm just saying. So, you've been warned. The program is literally telling you this. So, let's get started. Yeah, just wanted to kind of cover this. And, like as I do for live streaming, I'll be making notes too of trailers that I like, and you'll see which one were my favorites. I like doing that. This is going to be 4K in my image, but not in the actual live stream, because we just don't have that capability for some live stream to do that. I'm just saying. Alright, let's do this. Okay, all trailers will be available in native resolution on the Future Game Show YouTube channel. Got it. Oh, this is neat. Alright, Shovel Showcase. Hey, the finals. Man, it's still around. I'm glad this is still around. That's actually one of the live service games that is actually fun.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's Debonair Dungeon Master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a
I
very
like this
different
already.
reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be
Vincent,
fun.
got it.
Just keep in mind that if you
Or
want to wish
Levi.
list any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Indeed, and once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
All right, Laura, you're kind of with me over in terms of the goofiness. So is Matt Mercer. Great host. Great host so far.
Zafar, pull up Navtech.
Just a sec. Got it.
I actually have seen this trailer. This one's actually pretty good.
We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Whatever the expression is. I love sci-fi stuff like this. So that's cool. That was a good, like, drift in terms of that. Dang. That was pretty cool. That was some sick shit.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival.
Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
They never look up.
Gravity boots. And that was kind of clever and fun.
Zafar, you were right.
Love
they
that.
shut down this.
Hold on, I'm coming!
I'll cover you.
Okay.
The bird up high shall be thine eyes.
Buddy.
What the hell happened here?
Bad shit.
Hey, buddy.
Wow. That's not good. Man, this is some pretty solid pre-alpha gameplay footage. Well done.
Can I just stop breathing?
I want to keep an eye on this. I want to see how they go.
What a way to start
Great.
the show! The Expanse
pretty
Osiris
solid.
Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to
Yeah, check
another
out
world
those
premiere
series.
right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a look.
All right, what you got for us? Great host. Two, like, esteemed, iconic VAs. So there's a release date. They're showing up the ESRB rating. So you're showing the rating, so there's a release date.
I used to swear by my father's oath
Okay.
to protect the wards is to protect our people. And if it claims our lives, what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
And now, what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
They'll have no fear like a woman scorned.
Rin, take my hand.
So,
I hear not the clamor of conquerors.
yes, kind of cool, actually.
Pestilence must be purged.
It's kind of like a little bit of God of War combat.
Your father
Right, she's-
was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
Okay, Echoes of the End. Good, but not perfect. We'll see.
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
Okay, no, calm down, Abby. No, actually, you could call it Lustin. What the hell Alchemist? Man, this is Lifetime. Whoa, what is this? Whoa, this is actually really, like, graphic-wise. It's nowadays. Okay. This is a pretty alpha, okay. Alright, I'll make a note of this. We'll see how this one ends, but it's got me actually interested. Is this a horror? I think, Laura was saying that. Hold on. Please don't think this is VR. This already looks already solid as it is. Wake up in the forest with no memory. Wow, sounds like an average Monday or Tuesday. No, I'm sorry. With no map and just a flashlight to light your steps. Sorry, got me interested. With the feeling you are always watched. Okay, is this kind of like the forest, the whispers, or all around you? Try to remember. Okay. And find your way home. Okay, so you wake up in the forest and you're trying to find your way home. Whispers in the fog. Oh man, is that what you're giving us? This is actually intriguing. I wanted more. I really wanted more. I'm just saying. Whispers of the fog.
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your
Shit
first look at
could go
Whispers
wrong.
in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next
Yeah,
up,
I
we've
like
got a
what I
trailer for an
saw.
open world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check
shit.
it out.
Well, I'm checked out. Yeah, it's smart to start with those, like, 2 of the games. I wonder if this will be better than the spring one, or this will be kind of like a little let down. I mean, having this, sure, okay, but I'm not a fan of is anyone a fan of Seven Deadly Sins? If you are, is there a season to start with? I mean, it's all good, but if you're not a fan of Seven Deadly Sins, I don't really care, but you can tell that there's passion. It feels like there was actually, like, a budget and creativity, but it's just nothing special to me. I'm just saying. It's not any fault with anybody who's working on the game.
The Seven Deadly Sins Origin is coming soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
Ah, cool. The finals. Actually, I played it whenever I have time.
Welcome to the future of the finals!
This is where they're at now. You know, I'm very glad that the finals is still around and it's actually just
The pressure's peaking. Every second counts and these plays are next level.
This is what the finals is all about. Split-second decisions, teamwork under fire, and victory carved in chaos.
Love it! But sometimes the best strategy is to just hit your
opponent finals until game 3, so I was like, you know what? Let's check it out. And I'm actually I have a blast with it. There's so much things I'm like about it that it shouldn't work, but it actually does work. Yeah, Season 7. Hopefully they can keep that momentum and... Okay,
Season 7 of the finals launches on June 12th. And whether you're a seasoned veteran or a new contestant entering the arena, if you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yes, anybody who watches this very show for 15 consecutive minutes on the FGS Twitch channel will earn the skin. So, if you've been with us from the very start, or you're just joining us, wherever you've been, then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about hurdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
Okay. Well, give it a chance. Gotta keep open-minded. So far, there's been only 2 trailers that interest me. Nothing against the finals. I actually have enjoyed the finals. But it's a season 7. That doesn't really count as a trailer, if I'm gonna be honest. Well, this looks unique. The art style is very unique. That's a selling factor. It's gorgeous too. Hurtling. Yeah, okay. Oh, coming in summer 2025 in Steam demo. Cool.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
Wow, that's confusing. Sleep Awake.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
But can you stay awake? Oh, shit. This actually looks interesting. Well, they were serious about the psychedelic. Alright.
Come along. This way.
Experience? Okay, like... You're awake in nightmare while being awake or being asleep?
You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you?
Ooh, Spec Ops Line! Alright, got me so. Oh yeah, I'm locked in. Spec Ops Line. You want me over with that?
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost. Give me your idea.
That's such a double entendre or double meaning. Alright, I'm in.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Ericsson, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
Okay, that was a good job. Sleep Awake.
I must find her.
He's a lifeguard.
before he does.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in the setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world, because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me a rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River End Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. The story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eric's Home is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Games Store. And we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoyed.
Okay, so release date, that's pretty good. Okay. Stealth puzzle. It's not the first time it's been done when you think about it, but that's unique. I love when there are games that are international and not just like one country or one continent. Yeah, it's really, I really appreciate when basically video game development is not just one continent. You can have one in Scandinavia or Australia or Japan, China, or even Europe or Egypt. Yeah. I would want to play a demo. Alright, July 15. I would want to play a demo because that's kind of unique. Yeah.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Eric's Home. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
Okay. That's interesting. Cool. Inspired by the Stalker series. So is it going to be lighthearted or is it going to be kind of... I mean, Stalker series it's dark. Alright, see what you got. So far, best trailer, instantly segue because not only because of the musical composer that we've seen, it's pretty much the director of Spec Ops: The Line. That is Chad Aergy. Man, that's freaking amazing. Oh, okay. Huh. That is acid. That is art style. Yeah, well, they did say shell seed. Man, I love seeing Shell Stated when we get a chance. The Explorator, huh? I don't know how to feel about that one. I would want to play a demo. The Shell Stated is kind of really selling me on that. But I had to actually see the environment. It's not bad.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Live into my interests.
Yeah, it got my interest too. Let's see what it's about. Metroidvania. I love Metroidvania genre. Rocker. Oh. Oh. Okay. So a paintbrush and Metroidvania. I feel like we've done this type of game, but... Alright. Yeah, it's gotta be so. It's the Metroidvania, the paintbrush. It's unique enough that, and the art direction is really well done. Constance. Yeah, I like it. And we got a release date. I like it. I actually do like this one. It's unique enough that I actually do...
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the Summer Showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
I mean, yeah, it's
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest II is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest I. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest 2, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Aristano. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest 2 is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible.
Because all I needed to hear was by the director of Seconds to Life.
From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. The mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasy stuff, just a tanky warrior, of course you're going to have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable. So each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space.
Yeah, it's kind of like those old
We're not
school,
going
like
to be
Diablo
doing any
gameplay.
microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already. And we're looking for a summer timeline for this, and then later the other platforms.
If you're honest, it looks good, but I'm not interested. It looks good. More power to you. No complaints. But I haven't played even the first Titan Quest, so
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Who the hell is that?
Wait.
Yeah.
Legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys. Hey man. I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay. Since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean,
oh my
if
gosh,
that's okay with
dude,
you guys.
No, it's great.
No.
Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
Fuck yeah, right. Yuri, you do it,
Get
please.
ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
Why? Why did he show up? Who cares? It's Yuri Lowenthal, bro.
I have seen things that should be forgotten. I've tried to escape
All right,
my
about
past.
this Frigidaire show.
I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing. Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels. For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
Call of the Elder Gods. What need? Switch to exclusive.
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
Classic.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah.
I bet
Thanks
you
for
do,
coming,
Spider-Man.
See you, bud.
See ya.
Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
David Hayter?
Shut. Free bio course. How hard could it be?
Okay, so what's this one?
Hard.
We found
What? Kind of unique. This seems 80.
It's like capture the flag on crack.
What the shit? Anyway, not really interested. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay,
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
This one looks unique, but
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality. That means a small party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits. To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon
Marco
caster
Polo.
Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
Burn! Beacon of the dead!
Get your shit wrecked. Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on Trials mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight, die, rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam, and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
There are 3 games that remind me of that was combined, but I just can't place it right now. But yeah, it look unique. I'll keep an eye on it, but probably just... yeah, this is definitely in territory, like a lot. It's kind of like... I don't know how to describe this one. Like a Mario Party was good? I'm not... It looks unique. I'm not interested. But it's very colorful. Might actually be fun, but I'll have to try it. Wow. Like the art style, very colorful. Say family friendly. That's not bad.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy. Supply line ready.
Break that door open.
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
So, a sim of firefighters?
They're about to catch fire.
Get an attack line in there.
Gotta go scout the area. That was close.
Cat, you're good?
Found one of the victims.
Please,
get
me out of here.
Wait a minute.
We can't let the fire escalate like that.
What the? That's better.
I need help. Mayday! Mayday!
Firefighting simulator. Ignite. United against fire. Coming fall 2025.
Yeah, let's give
Wish
that
list
to
now
Matt
on
and Laura.
PC and consoles.
I don't give a shit. Let's go.
Are we all clear? No Nolan Norths or Ashley Johnsons waiting in the wings?
No, I think we're good. Okay.
Right.
Now remember, folks, you can find all those games as well as every game we feature today on the Future Game Show Steam page.
Yes, and you'll want to prime your wish lists in advance for this next reveal. It's a game where you play as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
I know.
Do you? All right, well, we'll see.
Heroes. The world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say.
Okay.
But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay?
Legend of Zelda?
Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
We, the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements, hereby announce a strike, effective immediately. It's the inspector, here with their cushy job and their clipboard that decides if we have to do more work.
A dragon attack? That is not in the budget.
But what is a story without a good hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil.
So, it's taxation
We are
in a
happy to
RPG?
welcome you, our newest agent to the cause. Wish list the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
Oh my gosh, it's actually taxation in a RPG.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The
Wow.
Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
Thank you. Anime's still relevant. Awesome.
弾が尽きるまでが愛よ。
WTF? Team Waifu. What the? I think that speaks a whole lot about the developers, anyway. Waifu, huh? Team Waifu.
もしもし。うん。
もしもし。
はい。
Nani? Not kidding. Okay, Nani? What? Elvers? Are you guys going with in the world? What? Oh, okay, they're actually committing to this type of tone. It's live service with anime girls? Kind of? Oh my gosh, they're actually committing to this. Did it just say Waifu Tentacle Force? There's a heart symbol for the aim receptacle. WTF? Waifu Tentacle Force? What the shit? Oh, they're actually serious. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is real. I'm gonna have to tell Doc. There's no way. It's literally anime girls. WTF.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at
Oh my gosh, that's a thing! Oh, this generation. Oh, Hirogami again. Wait, no. I think we saw it. See it play? Man, the stop. I love when they do stop motion like this. Yeah, that should be a standard for some specific games, art direction games. Wow, that is neat. That's the whole premise. Okay, I'm a little sold on this. Yeah, I like this. Okay, yeah, no, this is a much better trailer. Oh my god. Maybe I might be sold on Hirogami now. Yeah, that was actually a good trailer. I give it.
Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
Oh, MMO. Okay, I'm not really interested.
Eve Frontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created.
Anime girls fighting in Battle Royale like that movie that was kind of considered
When we made
anime,
the online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from EVE, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what D-Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both reads and writes the world state.
That's crazy.
And that, I think, will enable something truly astounding that has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around EVE Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
Founder access for EVE Frontier is available now, and you can head to evefrontier.com to jump in and find out more.
Yeah,
what's up next, Laura?
Sorry.
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade racing game that covers the history of motorsport.
It gets interesting. Luckily, it's been interesting. Yorin Molotov was such a great to fight cameo and all that. For who doesn't know Yorin Molotov, let's face it. Okay, so I'll not educate. For those who don't know Yorin Molotov, Sasuke Uchiha. Look at Naruto. Google Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto. He plays that character. Also Ben 10. Yeah, the teenage one. Also, you might know him, as Marvel's freaking Spider-Man. He's Spider-Man. Oh yeah. It helps that his popularity has increased because of Spider-Man, but it was Sasuke. Let's face it. Yeah, Yorin Molotov been active for a long. Well, this looks unique. It's kind of like that old school Nintendo game. Not F-Zero, but something like this. I don't know. Well, more power to racing games. Racing games are still cool. It's not the best now. Okay, Formula Legends. I'm not really interested. Sorry.
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam and also wishlisted on Steam or the Epic Game Store. But for now, let's keep it rolling with our Ones to Play section, which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So, if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
Yeah, where's Silksong?
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
I mean, it looks unique, but no thanks.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town of Flint Peak. Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
So it's Resident Evil, but...
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape, Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure.
Not interested. Nah.
That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Ah, naval combat. Not Skulls and Bones, right? Please tell me it's not like Skulls and Bones. As long as there's like Black Flag, we're cool.
Every voyage begins with a plan.
And treasure. Great. Ah, capstan. Body.
A vision etched on parchment. Foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear.
That is a lot of blood.
Death and dishonor. Fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become.
Good, but can you show us a naval warfare?
We arrive, but never at our final destination.
Yeah, good, but can you show us the actual gameplay?
So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
Yeah, it's neat, but I kind of wanted to see the gameplay, which is all cinematics. Let's go. I'm not interested though. Sorry. Ahoy.
Join
Ahoy,
the crew
matey.
today on Kickstarter.
You only just show us a bunch of cinematics, but not the gameplay. I'm not really interested. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Where was the freak was the gameplay? You just showed us a bunch of cinematics.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant.
As long as he sounds like Levi and you sound like, well, I guess you can sound like A1.
Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year. You can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Okay.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Weird to have Laura Bailey actually have a
Ascends
normal
to Zero
voice
is up next.
to
It's
what
a
we
hack
heard
and
from-
slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the
It's kinda
meantime,
transistor
you can check out
logic.
the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your wish lists.
Oh, cutie. Not too
Or
groundbreaking.
how about Animal Kind?
No.
This is a cozy cooperative town building game where you play as a crew of adorable critters in
It's adorable, but
mech
no.
suits. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape for materials and establish a community of cute creatures. Animal Kind is coming soon to PC. But if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
That sounds
Next up
really
is
familiar
Don't
to
Wake the
Animal
Beast,
Crossing.
but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has
God,
its
that's
weight,
the beast.
and the more
Wow.
you pick up, the more noise you generate.
That's
But when
actually
you
neat.
fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
It's actually hilarious. I kind of
We're
like the
rounding
premise.
things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
That is very controversial, but technically we have a game called Cult of the Lamb.
That was our
about
spotlight
cult,
montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer
each their
Showcase
own.
selection.
What the fuck?
Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in
what?
like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh,
What?
might actually learn something.
Wait,
I love
what?
video
Wait,
games.
what? That's a
Peggy
thing.
18.
Oh my gosh, that's a thing. All the negative reviews you're about to read are real. Are rated by people who are not ready for Scum. Okay, that kind of sounds weird. Why do you have to keep... I'd rather buy... You'll buy indestructible robots. Nobody wants to micromanage their poop. Really a game for masochists. Penis size. Wait. Penis size are a new low for society and gaming. Please try to go buy it. For 2,166, dude. It's not trash if you're playing it. Experience 1.0. I'm not gonna play it. But I like the enthusiasm.
If those inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep, you can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for Deathground.
Okay.
Deadly dinos are on the loose in Deathground.
Dino Crashers? Well, what's up?
Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested, abandoned facilities.
Could you survive? Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind Deathground.
The main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The #1 culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops roaming around in the background.
And the next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And Biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. You know, for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
I would want to play it.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for roar news on that front.
I'm refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell Is Us.
Oh, snap. All right. Lock the fuck in. Cool. Thank you. This is technically indie.
Madness and hatred and lots of it.
Hi
I am
everyone,
so
my name is
interested.
Jonathan Jacques-Belated, and I
Thank
am
you.
the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director on Hell Is Us here at Rogue Factor.
So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. He was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you in a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Thank you. I very much appreciate it. We need games like this. Okay, Hell is Us.
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you
it's
a
on my
clue,
wish list.
Right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go there and you see the road that turns, and it's maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really, really well. Like any game, especially a game of almost 40 hours, sometimes it works better than others. No game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
The
Yes.
Abbey is
That's what we
closed.
need.
Official AAF business.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell is Us without talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit, it's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this,
Yeah, the creative design.
So you'll be able to play Hell is Us
unique,
on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
I hope it does well. I hope it really does well.
Wishlist it now because Hell is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's
course
throw
it's
to
you
someone
guys.
who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
The heck? Did you just take this
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show where I belong, and you are doing a
VA from
fantastic job.
Baldur's Gate
Like I
3.
said to the producers when I was hosting,
Fair favorite.
if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? So yeah, New Tales reached out, and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time.
That's funny.
Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you, but only if you're coming to the D&D group next week because our party could really use a barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
That's humble. Well, I mean, come on. She started a triple A. Well, is Lyrian Studios triple A? Oh, who freaking cares? Not what I was expecting. But hey, right? Let's do it.
You know when it click through to the sentence box to be a slow beat grind.
so a little bit of Splatoon with a little bit of Devil May Cry? That's what I respect about indie developers. They can take two genres that would make sense and make it work. Like the premise. I have to play it. Yeah. Okay, Fading Echo, also coming on PS5. Would have to try it, Devil.
That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlach herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bhullar in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
What the hell was that sound effect?
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its enemies.
Hi! HD 2D.
The demons above,
not HD 2D.
And the beasts below.
All right, up. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Shale, all things are possible.
Oh, that's unique.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason.
Damn, I love the church.
Samurai Fire? I like that. Yeah, I like that one. That was pretty. Ah! Dang, that looks fun. What's that last game? That was pretty unique. Sector Fire. Huh. Yeah, that's actually kind of neat. I like that one. Yeah, it has a bullet hells, but their own thing. Okay, what's this? What is this? What is this? Kind of biotic commander? No, I don't know. That's your idea? What is this? Oh, that's the whole premise. A grappling hook with a sword. So, dude, how'd you lose the arm? Or your entire... Yeah, how did you lose your arm? Okay. Isn't that kind of cheating, though? In terms of fishing? Yeah, it's good, Charlie. Alright. So it's co-op. Linked. Oh, you can play now on the PS5. Alright, Linked. Huh. Yeah, that won me over. Like that. For some reason. Hey, isn't that game? Joe and Mac Retro Collection. Yeah, I recognize that. I don't know why I recognize that Caveman one. It's so eerily familiar, and I don't know why. Yeah, I'll check out what people think of Linked. Seriously, these are familiar games. Like
we're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to the
Future Game Show Steam page.
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission to save humanity and the shape-shifting alien who gets in the way. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
It's basically the thing in space, but I'm sold on it. All right, let's see what you guys got this time.
We are going to do this. Just lower the gun.
Not until you move from the scanner.
Okay, wow.
Those things can change shape.
I actually like that premise.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable.
We need urgent assistance. Please. Help us.
You showed enough that I'm actually
But
interested.
what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game.
All right.
Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made.
Yeah, but
with
Quantum
Turning
Dreams
Points,
is on this.
you can
Hey, I'm
rewind
cool
to
with
a
it.
pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same
Quantum
token,
Dream
your
has-
actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding,
Oh,
but still
man.
lets you view
Okay.
the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Yeah, I actually like that. I like that they're doing this now, even though Quantum Dreams done it earlier. I'm completely cool
Directive
with it.
8020 introduces the ability to
All right,
rewind
I'm
and
a little
change your
on-
choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation,
actually
and
like that.
Xbox in 2025. And if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Sorry,
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is
Why?
a death-defying climbing simulator with a meticulous
Cairn.
control
Okay.
scheme.
Yeah, I just
Here's
started
the
playing
game
that.
makers to tell you more.
I actually like
Cairn is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly realistic. You'll
Yes.
need to carefully manage your balance and stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the
Oh,
first time,
absolutely.
we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you
No,
get up there,
actually-
you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
like how he pronounced it. Yeah, it's actually really fun.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year. And you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show.
Already
What's
have,
next, Matt?
and I need
We're
to
mixing
finish
things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are 2 great games from our friends at Quali.
Oh, okay. What you guys got? Korea's devastated. Oh, what the? What? So, Resident Evil by Korea? Yeah, this is so Resident Evil. I love how Resident Evil has inspired so many survival horror indie games, or non-indie games, to replicate it. It's so fucking Resident Evil, I'm just saying. Or it's hard not to replicate it. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Resident Evil had to get Leon did that too. I mean, this looks unique, but it's Resident Evil. What are you, a Mortal Kombat character just doing that? Ground Zero. Okay. But if I really want a game like that, I'll just play Resident Evil. But you gotta respect what they're doing with it. I respect it, but it's Resident Evil. I mean, it's not a unique premise, it's Resident Evil. Ah, okay. This one looks like Oblivion. Oh. A little bit of Resident, I mean not Resident Evil. Metro Prime? Nothing was kicking. It's not bad. I think it was unique. I do respect Ground Zero. It's just, I've seen it before, but I still respect it. I like their attempt, though, of actually trying to...
Hark the Ghoul and Ground Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up next, Laura?
We're taking a look at a game called Hella. It's a cooperative folklore adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
Are you a man or are you a mouse? You are a mouse. Wow, you actually play as mouse. Don't we have a game called Mouse without mouse? The VR? How does that work? Very peaceful. Like the art direction. Okay, cool.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Peggy 18.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't? Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake?
Yeah, I heard Ludo. Yeah, I played a demo of
like
that.
a trick.
Yeah, Ludo was a fun demo. gonna have to come back to that. Shit.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it? Don't do it. Don't let him get you again.
Solid trailer. Yeah, solid trailer. I already believe it has a
Ludo
release
is
date.
coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
I've seen the trailer already, but yeah,
Hello everyone.
solid one.
I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show
Yoshida,
2025.
hey!
There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Dreams. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the N-Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
Okay, you should. You're promoting Reach, so let's see what you're all about. Okay, what you got? So what's the premise? Ah.
You won't find nobody better. I will bring a storm to you weather. You ready or not? Coming in hot. I am a legend in the making. You're looking into the eyes of greatness. Gotta push through the world's waiting.
Kind of VR-ish. VR-ish. I feel like the song would feel fit more in terms of license game, but hey, whatever. It looks cool. Gameplay wise. Yeah, this definitely seems VR. I'm not sold on it. Yeah, definitely feels VR.
Reach is an ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to
Could be fun.
PSVR, Steam, and MetaQuest in 2025.
Okay, Matt. It's time to check in with everybody's favorite depressed and recently divorced Duck.
Oh, yes. It could only be the Duck Detective.
He may
The
have
Duck
cracked
Detective.
the mystery of the secret salami, but when you're that good at your job, there's always a new case to solve.
I imagine. Duck Detective,
I'm
that's
used
the
to
thing.
the cold embrace of loneliness, and this vacation will be the end of me.
Hi, I'm Annika.
And I'm Johnny. We're Happy Broccoli Games based in Berlin, Germany.
Our newest game is Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, where you are the one and only Duck Detective, a depressed and recently divorced duck who must quack the case.
Inspect
Oh my
evidence,
gosh, really
make
quack.
deductions, and solve this no-murder mystery.
To the annoyance of the Duck Detective, he is joined by a new partner in solving crime, Freddy the Crocodile. Work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now, we're working on a simplified Chinese language update that is coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play. The game is out on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and Series XS, and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Are those bread slices?
Duck Detective.
The ghost of glamping!
Oh my gosh,
Duck
that's a thing.
Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, has already
Okay.
waddled its way onto PC
Wow.
and consoles, so go check it out if you haven't already.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting premises so far, But how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? Well, get on your dancing shoes, folks, because Ratatan is up next.
Ratatan. This feels like the developer of Patapon. Not even that. Yep, definitely feels like Patapon developers. Yeah, in terms of being a spiritual successor of Patapon, oh yeah, I'm so. Something craziness of the art style, it turns out. Yeah, in terms of being a successor, wow, that is a crazy art style. You really have the budget. Say Ratatan?
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh, my gosh. They're great hosts, though.
It can't be. It's Hercule Poirot.
Yeah, Ratatan.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day, but I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
Found some trailers I actually enjoy.
My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case. Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one. What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the puns.
Oh, the many puns. Dude, you already did some puns too. Laura gets a few puns and you get a few puns. I need some puns too. Nightmare Before Christmas. Wait, that's Scoop, the Viscera machine. Ah, shit. Please, no. That's a game. Actually,
Thanks, Laura. House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia: The Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
Now I'm back to locked in. I am hyped for this one.
Mafia: The Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia: The Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible upbringing for a kid, which unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Torrisi crime family, and then this story shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia: The Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, and all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show, which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Oh, cool. Exclusive blood. His initiation?
Come forward.
Shit, they're actually doing it. Man, just to give us this exclusive. Feels like a cult.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life, a brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes, I do.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, join me.
Seriously, I'm gonna watch a freaking movie? This is amazing. Yeah, this is really well done. Dude, you're just gonna cut his lip like that. Ouch. Oh, so that's the initiation.
To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint, if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto.
Salute.
Salute. Salute. Oh, he's definitely gonna betray him. Not on purpose, by... He's gonna betray him, but because he has no choice.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia of the Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Well, that's cool.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the Spark!
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization, all at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risk a role with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
That reminds me of somebody.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark, Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look. Watch up, watch up.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam. And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Okay, dude, you remind me of Joseph Ferris, but I'm kind of appreciating it.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right, what have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Crisol, Theater of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm gonna pre-order it right now.
Wait, blood as your ammunition? What the hell?
Almighty Son, guide my path in this hour of darkness. As the shadows of the abyss close in, let your sacred light banish them.
This is VR. Go. Hello. Oh, that's bad.
And I am to fall.
Oh wow, they really were serious.
To ash.
That is so
So my soul may ascend to you.
What if you run out of actually use your own blood? What? You can only pump so much blood for your ammo.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Crisol.
Okay, that wouldn't surprise me.
Holy moly, that looks good.
You're telling me. Crisol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, how do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay, because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me.
You guys are
Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Damn it, you guys are actually great hosts.
Welcome,
really were great
sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms. So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
I don't know what the hell to think of this. What a weird ending.
No, hold on. I've got something to show you. Ah, I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
Yeah, that one didn't sell me, because I just need to see some gameplay review.
That was your first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay reveal during the next Future Games show in August, so mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's Summer Showcase.
Don't go anywhere though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the Summer Showcase, as well as the Dreamweaving developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey.
And this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
Hey everyone, how's here for
That's how they
Lupo?
ended.
While we
Oh
all
wait, no, that's just mine. My bad. Alright, I'm gonna uncheck this. But it's not because I didn't like this one. Okay, let's get back to it. And the list. Okay. Alright, so that's the end of it. In terms of the Future Game Show. Alright, so if I had to give this one a score, I'm gonna admit, the trailers for the spring showcase was more of like 8 out of 10. Like, just getting straight to the point, 8 out of 10 of the summer showcase. Nothing wrong with it. There were some solid trailers. But there wasn't like, I think they ended it weird. Unlike the spring showcase where, excluding the kind of like the new host, yeah, Matthew Mercer and Laura Bailey are excellent hosts. Like, in terms of like just kind of like the negative and the positive, 8 out of 10. But I like the spring showcase a little bit more. But there was an awkward half with the kind of like the new host. But I could get behind them. They were still fantastic, but nothing against like Nolan North and Jennifer English. Their part was like chef's kiss. But in terms of this one, I'm glad that we actually, let me put it this way. I'm glad that we stuck with Matthew Mercer and Laura Bailey. Now, in terms of the negative, I think they ended it weird. I think they started strong with the trailer that they started with. I just think they ended weird. Just kind of like the state. There was one video game I actually went to online, and it had a strong start, but a weak ending. I don't know what that was all about. But in terms of what we got, I think the Spring Showcase had better trailers, stronger ones, and I think they just had stronger. I think they just had stronger lines up, just in terms of the Spring Showcase. Like, there were multiple and multitude of trailers that I just highly enjoyed, and it just seemed like there was a stronger lineup. Now, for the Summer Showcase, I had to really look for some trailers. I just felt like they were just kind of focusing, I don't know, there was just some letdowns or just copycats that's just like, this is Resident Evil. This is Resident Evil again. This is a game I've seen before. But there were some standouts. So I will say that this, in terms of the lineup, it wasn't the strongest compared to Spring Showcase. I think Spring Showcase is the stronger one, but in terms of the positive, yeah, Matthew Mercer and Laura Bailey as the hosts were consistently, yes, there were some like cringeworthy or like puns, but I think they absolutely worked. They are VAs they are well-respected VAs that have voiced a lot of characters, except for Laura Bailey for one character. Abby. Anyway, but yeah, in terms of like pretty much having Laura Bailey, yeah, respected VA, and same for Matthew Mercer, another respected VA. If you're gonna put some VA, absolutely, and also Joran Lowenthal just showing up for reasons and a great cameo, such a great cameo. It's a great cameo. It's a great cameo to see Joran Lowenthal. I wasn't expecting him to just show up, but here he is. Here he is, and it freaking rocked. Okay, so along with that, I like that they were straight to the point. They didn't just kind of do some filler, cringe-worthy lines not consistently. They actually just showed us the game and just got straight to the point. So it kind of went fast. Unlike the Spring Showcase, where it just kind of dragged on when we got to the second host. It was still enjoyable with the second host, but they just didn't have a lot of great material that second half. And y'all know that the quality dips. But they had stronger showcase on the spring. Now, summer, it was like snappy, and got to the point, got to the next trailer, and it didn't feel like it dragged on, not as much as I thought. So that's pretty good. I think that's really good that it just kept going, and they got straight to the point. It's nothing bad. I thought it was pretty good that it was snappy like that. So it was straight to the point. It was quick. Great host. Great cameo by Joran Lowenthal that it should have been, but it worked. So along with that this one did well too. Yeah, there were some really specific games that really well done. I'm glad that they didn't show Ill on this one because they showed it at Summer Game Fest. Wait, was that Summer Game Fest? Or was it at State of Play? I think it was at Summer Game Fest. I can't remember. But yeah, Ill was really fantastic, but that's not about this. But yeah, I think an 8 out of 10. I think Spring Showcase, even though there was an awkward second half, I think it was more stronger in terms of the games that they had on this. Like, really strong. Like, there was a game almost every second that I absolutely was like, okay, if I had Steam, wishlist this. If this comes to console, wishlist it. Yeah, I felt more compelled to wishlist it, but I felt like this one kind of dipped towards it had a weak ending. It had a weak ending in terms of the trailer. I just couldn't care less about that. Okay, so yeah, 8 out of 10. Spring Showcase, 9 out of 10. This one, 8 out of 10. I think that sums it up. Alright, now the trailers I particularly enjoyed. Like, these were the trailers that, like, it hooked me instantly, and I can't wait to see what they did with it. And it wasn't like, some of them were kind of like, okay, yeah, you were inspired by BioShock or Resident Evil and all that, but some of them actually did well. Alright, so The Expanse? I feel like I'm saying it weird, but anyway, The Expanse, Osiris pretty much reborn. I hear that this is kind of basically called the Mass Effect, but with The Expanse brand and logo. I have to check it out. I don't know if it's on Amazon Prime. I've always been curious about The Expanse. I heard about it. Heard some good things about it, like solid things. Yeah, that one, 9 out of 10. Like, I really like the CGI. I want to see, and the gameplay they gave us looked pretty good. Looked really solid. That was a strong start for established franchise. You're doing an established franchise, but it's not movie-like. You're just doing your own thing. And you know what? Not complaining. Owlcat Games, want to see what you do with it. 9 out of 10. Alright, so next game, Whispers of the Fog. I don't know what sold me on that, but I gave it a 9 out of 10. I really like what we were seeing. 9 out of 10. Okay, so pretty much only one thing that sold me on that. The director of Spec Ops: The Line sold. Take my money. Sold. 10 out of 10. It was a 10 out of 10. It would have been, I think, is it the best trailer? I think it's the best trailer, just because of that fact. Constance, 9 out of 10. Like the Metrovania and Paintbrush are the mechanics that they're trying to do with it. It was unique. 9 out of 10. Hirogami, it didn't sell me at the state of play at first, but after seeing the gameplay, it actually sold me. 9 out of 10. It actually shocked me. I'm a sucker for JRPGs and RPGs, so of course this is getting 9 out of 10. And it's the fact that pretty much JRPGs are now adapting HD 2D remakes that is not getting old at all, and I'm completely on board with it. 9 out of 10. I don't know why it's supposed to be Sacrifice, but Sacrifier? Yeah, it sold me. I actually like what they offered. And of course they said, damn, I love the church. Never thought I'd ever hear that expression, but here we are. 9 out of 10. Ludo, 10 out of 10. I played a demo of it, and I just like that it's not jump scare. I like that it's actually effective horror. And now we have a release date. So I'm excited about this. Ludo was one of those rare demos that it's trying to be... It's kind of like a post-PT, but done well. And I don't know if it's like... I forgot who's the director. But yeah, they got something going there. It's a 10 out of 10. I think this was a solid trailer. Is it the best? I think I'm still going to have to lean towards Sleep Awake. I think Sleep Awake, psychedelic trailer, and then the name of the director of Spec Ops: The Line is helping it so much. But no, this is not a diss against Ludo. Ludo had a very solid trailer. I'm glad that they're getting a release date. I want to see what they do. Hope it does well. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Ratatan, which is basically the spiritual successor to Patapon, but still 9 out of 10. Just the fact that Patapon is getting a spiritual successor puts a big stupid grin on my face. So, hey, can't complain. All good. Crystal, Theater of Idols. I was not expecting it to be well, but the whole premise is that you pretty much reload your gun with your blood. It is a very disgusting but unique premise. I want to see where they go with it. I never even heard of these people. I want them to do well, just because of that. They say that it's basically blood, so Bioshock feelings, or is it Bloodborne? Yeah, I would say this was the best trailer. I think it nailed its horror. I liked that it basically took some cues from Bioshock, but did its own spin. It's a 10 out of 10. But in terms of my favorite trailer, I think it's Sleep Away. It's because of the Spec Ops: The Line director being involved. It helps so much. But if it wasn't part of it, if Sleep Away wasn't part of this like showcase, Crystal Theater of Idols. It just had such a unique premise. How the heck are they gonna pretty much have your blood? So that raises so many questions. So if your blood is supposed to refill basically the gun, if your blood is used to fill the gun in terms of the bullet, does that drain your health meter? If it drains your health meter and you have to be self-conscious of how much blood you can take to fill your guns, I love that. I love that shit. That is so cool. That's a unique promise. That's just so unique. It's so unique, and I'm cool with it. I'm on board. But anyway, I'll just kind of rush through that because we're not going to watch the whole thing. Yeah, this was a great time. I thought this was pretty much an 8 out of 10. I think there was more they could have done with it. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, we'll just end it like with these two hosts. But yeah, Summer Showcase, I think they gave us a good amount. I think I wasn't disappointed with what they gave us. I just don't think it was a strong lineup, but there were some solid trailers. The fact that you gave us pretty much the director they just shadow dropped it. I was genuinely surprised that Sleepaway had the director of Spec Ops The Line. I was like, lock the fuck in. Let's do this. I was like, let's do this. Let's do this, babe. Let's freaking go. I just didn't think we would ever see the director of Spec Ops The Line. He gave us a freaking much absolute cinema with that game. And that's all I'm going to say with that. This was yeah, I like this one. Just not as much as Spring Showcase, but still, it was good. So, this is going to be it for a future game show unless they do some winter showcase. If there's a winter showcase, I'll be in, and I'll see what it is about. If they don't, then I guess I'll see you in terms of this playlist the next year. So, of course, you can leave that like, comment, or subscribe. What is your favorite game that was showed in here? But you can definitely leave some comments of like, hey, what was your favorite game? And I will see you in the next clip.